Hey guys, Ginger here. Welcome back to Bookmas 2020, and today I am going to be going over some of the books on my Christmas wish list. So I honestly don't want too many books for Christmas this year. I asked most of my family to just give me money because there are a lot of adult things that I need to get this year, like a new couch and more testing for my teacher degree. You know, fun things, not bookish. And I have a very large backed up physical TBR. I believe I have close to 170 unread books, which is quite a lot. And I have even purged my shelves some. It's very hard because I continue to make excuses as to why I need to keep a book, like because I want to read it, but I have yet to, So I might have to make a challenge for myself this year to get some of my backlist read. So keep a lookout for my goals video because that might be making a debut there. But today we're going to talk about the books that I would not be upset about getting for Christmas because despite the fact that I have so many unread books, I still want more. So without further ado, let's get to talking about some of these books. Some of these you probably will have already seen from my books I wanted to read this year or books 2020 releases that I want to read, but some of them you might be a little surprised about. So the first one I have on here is the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I really just like this cover, and so that makes me want to own it. But also the horror aspect of it. I've just heard like good things about it, or at least not bad things, so I would really enjoy reading that this coming year. I have Catherine Center's newest book, which is What You Wish For. I have read two of her other books. One is Things You Save in the Fire, and the other one is How to Walk Away. And spoiler alert, How to Walk Away is on my favorite books of the year list. And so I really would like to read more from her. And her newest book is about a teacher. And so I think that just like fits into my aesthetic right now. So I really would like to read that one. I wanted to get the paperback to match my others, but it's not going to be out in paperback until July. So I mean, I guess the hardcover will do if I were to get it. I also have a lot of Warriors books on my list. I have been wanting to reread the entire series and start the newest one, which is the Broken Code arc. And I do own the first one, which is up there. I have not read it yet though, and I haven't read the last two or last book in the older arc. I don't know. There's a lot of Warriors books, and so I wanted to like reread them all and like catch up that way. I just haven't yet. There are, like I said, a lot of them, but I believe we are on to the fourth or fifth book in that Broken Code arc. So I have all of them on my list. I also have the newest Super Edition. I think I have actually two on there. Gray Stripe's Vow is on there, which Super Editions I can take or leave. I have really fallen in love with a few of them, like Crooked Star's Promise and Blue Star's Prophecy, but some of them are more just like extra content, and characters like Gray Stripe and I think Squirrel Flight has one. They're characters necessarily that I'm not like interested in reading more about because we got a lot about them in other content, but I am a collector, so it's still on my list. Addie LaRue, or The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab is definitely a book that I need to read next year. I have heard nothing but good things, and it's going to be on so many people's favorites list, so I really, really would like to get that. Honestly, I think that's the top book on my wish list. Like, if I could get The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue for Christmas and nothing, like no other books, I would be perfectly fine with that because it is just probably my most anticipated now. The more I'm seeing everybody reading it and loving it, I am even more hyped for it. The newest Wendy Walker book is also one that I really want to get because if you didn't know, Wendy Walker is one of my favorite thriller writers, and I received all of her other books as ARC reviews, but I did not unfortunately receive this one, and so I really want to get it and read it. It is pretty expensive still since it's fairly new, and so I really don't expect people to get it for me right now, but I do want to read it in 2020, and so hopefully, you know, paperback copy comes out or something because I just want to get my hands on that. I also would really enjoy getting the other 2 books in the Mistborn trilogy. I read Mistborn this past year and really loved it, and I have been wanting to get the other 2 books to finish the trilogy, but I have not. I have a specific mass market paperback copy that has like the really pretty illustration on it, and I was hoping, you know, to continue getting those 2, but I know that they're not the newer copies, so they're a little harder to find. I do have just the boxed trilogy set on my wish list because, you know, I could just donate the extra copy and then I would have them matching because, you know, I'm one of those people that likes my books to match. But yeah, I really would like to get the rest of that series this year for Christmas, whatever, so that one is also on my wish list. I'm realizing how many Warriors books are on this list. I think I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. There are 6 as of right now on my wish list. Holy crap. So there are 8. Just kidding. A couple more on my wish list. Like I said, I don't really have that many on there. The rest of the Winter Night trilogy, I read The Bear and the Nightingale last year for around Christmas time and really enjoyed that one too. So I'd really like to get the other 2 books in the trilogy to read that, especially like for this January, February time coming up because it's going to be snowy and cold, and as of right now I'm unemployed until I get substitute teaching jobs. So I am probably going to have a lot of time to read or be at home, so it would be really nice to like settle down with a comfy, cozy book like that. And so the rest of the trilogy is on my list. And that has been on my list for like 2 years now is The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs, which is a nonfiction book on here. I remember Allie from Hardback Hoarder saying it was really good, and I am someone who likes a lot of animal-y nonfiction books and like science stuff, and this just seems like right up my alley. And it is still pretty expensive, but it is a bestseller, and I just think that would be a really fun one to read. So it is still on my list, and I've gone through and purged a lot of stuff off of this, so the fact that that is still on there is good. And then the last one I guess I'm going to mention is The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. I have read The Raven Boys and I was pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed it, and so I would really appreciate or be excited to get the rest of that quartet. I don't own The Raven Boys, but the rest of them are in my local library, so I would just really like to read them in the future because, like I said, the first book was really good, and I know that Books and Lala really likes that series. So there you have it, guys. Those are a few of the books on my Christmas wish list. Again, I'm not going to be upset if I don't get any of these books because I know I don't need them, but I want them, and that's what's important. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below some of the books that are on your book wish list, and maybe link your Amazon wish lists below, and maybe Santa will pay you a visit this year, even though I'm poor. I'm not saying I'm Santa. You know what I mean. Maybe we have a few books that are the same on our wish list. So thank you so much again. Make sure to give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of my content in the future. But until then, in the next Bookmas video, I will see you all later. Bye!